What's up, guys? This is Guy Games, your Bursievous in troubled times, and today I am playing City Skylines. So this game is basically just you build a city, and there's lots of different elements to it, and there's lots of different stuff that you can do to your city, and there's a lot of different ways to it. So let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna try. I have a few of the DLCs. I'm just gonna go on one that everybody can do, and I think this will be the one that we go on. Foggy Hills, and we're just gonna leave it as it is. Yeah, we'll have dynamic weather. I'm not gonna have the day night cycle because night doesn't look good on YouTube, and I'm not gonna have that on either. And I'm not gonna have any of the cheats on because I want to do this 100% legitimately. So this is gonna be kind of a tutorial in a way. So the best way that I think that you can do this is that you just go ahead and build up a road. You know, it could be a small road, and then you delete that road. Then you go and get one lane road, and you can bring it out. Now each line is 10 units, and when the line appears it's 5 units. So I'll probably bring it out 20 units on each one, and this is one lane road. So we go back and forth, and this is where it gets a little bit on the tricky side. You go on the freeform tool, and you go out 90 degrees. So you go about that far. It's just kind of hard to do. So you go out again. Alright, that's good. So then we just keep going until you're done. This is not a very easy process to do, but it's a very effective one. It's super effective. I messed that one up. This one is by far the hardest one to get right. Let's see, we can go out, and then still really hard to get it right. Maybe this far out. We're just gonna have to live with that, and then we'll just connect it there. Pretty trashy roundabout, but if you want to keep it to maintain shape, you don't necessarily have to do this. You just kind of can put dirt roads in, and it will kind of be like a brace on your streets, and they won't deform at all. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, wonderful. You may notice I have time pause. You do want to keep that. You do want to keep your time pause at all times. Well, actually, just when you're starting building, you just want to keep it down. You don't have to go too far out in your first residential zone, because you're just starting out. You don't need too much. So right here, if you want to have a little gap to put a pedestrian path later on in the game, you can go out 12 units. So you go to 10, then 1, 2, 12 units there, and then you just go out however far you want. I'm just going to make it a little bit even, go out 5 units, and then here, after you build it off of the 2-lane road, which you have to go 12 units, you go 11 units. Shout out to Move the Mouse, and that is the guy that I'm getting all of this information off of. Some of it I'm getting it from personal experience, but most of it's from Move the Mouse too. So shout out to him. Great YouTuber, has about 60,000 subscribers, but well deserves more. So go and subscribe to his channel. He does a very good job. So now we want to build our industrial zone. So we can go out. Let's just go out. Am I straight? I don't know. Yeah, I'm straight. So let's go out 5 units. So there. Then kind of do the same exact thing, but this time you don't have to go out very far, because you don't have to have a pedestrian path because it's an industrial zone. You don't need one. But here you kind of want to connect them out, because I don't know, I built it too short. But you want to kind of have these connected just for more space. And you don't want the industrial zones near all the other people, because then they'll start freaking out. They'll get mad at you. So we want our factory here. And we need a water facility. You don't want your sewage facilities and water facilities to be close to each other, because if you have your sewage facilities like here, then it would be pumping sewage into the water, and you don't want that unless you're just trying to build like a fun map where you just have dumb stuff. I have done that before. It's kind of funny because they're like, why is there poop in my water? And you're like, I have no clue why. You're like, oh, cool. I did nothing. You're like, I'm a good boy. I ain't doing anything. We'll just do that far. And the factories also need water. It's kind of strange, but the factories do need water. So give them water when needed. So let's connect this up. These are the most expensive parts on starting cities, is the water and stuff. Let's build it out one more. Why not? This may be a bad idea. Let's go to our inspector tool and let's move this bad boy. Let's relocate it back here. That's expensive, but we're gonna do it. And then we'll connect this up. Baba booey. And then let's start zoning. So there's a bunch of different tools you can use for zoning. There's the fill tool, which is what I'm using right now, and just kind of fills it in. You have the select tool, which is just you go to one of them and then you just kind of drag it out to where you want it to be. And then there's just the paint brushes, which are kind of like this. There's big fat circles that you can paint with, so they kind of work like this. They're pretty effective if you don't care about accuracy and you just need to fill in a big space. That's when these are very effective, especially the large one. That one is very, very effective. But I normally just like to use the fill tool. It works just fine. Never put me in the wrong. But like right there, that's not a good zone, because I want this to be my people. I want this to all be where my people live. So all you can do is hold square on PlayStation. I don't know what the button is on Xbox. I think it's the Y maybe? Not 100% sure. Or you could just go to the D-Zone tool. There's a D-Zone one of these things as well, and you can just go to that and it'll do the exact same job. And bam. What is that? Oh, it's a fallen tree. I did not know what that was. That looked kind of strange. So the best way I think to power your water and stuff is to just put windmills down. That's the easiest way to do things, is just to put windmills down right next to them, and they'll supply power for days. They are very expensive, but does not really matter. So let's go ahead and put that. And one thing that you want to do is you want to hold triangle on the PlayStation. Again, don't know what it is on Xbox, so I don't know. And then lower all your budget down on water and power, because that's just producing more water and power that you don't need because no one lives in your city. So go ahead and lower those all the way down when you are first starting. And now all we gotta do is just kind of wait. We just gotta wait on our people start moving in. And we got our first people moving in, which is great, because they will start paying taxes. Alright, so reach a milestone. These are how you unlock more stuff through milestones. So I think the landscaping back is not DLC, and there's some stuff that is DLC in that. But you may see some of these people are complaining for power. You don't have to place power lines through every single house, because what they will end up doing is the power from these will end up getting to the power from, oh, I know what the problem is, but anyways, the power from the power will go from house to house through the ground somehow. Don't know, but I had it at the windmill, and the windmill doesn't provide lots of power, so that's why you really want to keep it just on that one little section. So I got to put these at the power plant. And so you can just kind of put these in people's backyard and they don't really care. So now play those and these guys will have power. Maybe. Yay. They have power. If I wanted to, I could just send an asteroid on my city right now and destroy everyone. So I could just send a meteor strike on my people. But I don't want to do that because I'm a good mayor, I guess you could say. So I think now we are starting to get stuff. We're probably going to end up going in the red. But for now, it's just for now because people are paying taxes and they're getting they're getting the revenue back up. So that's just for now. And oops, did I forget to put water over here? Yes, I did. I most certainly forgot to put water here. Oh, I have no money. Alright, anyways, that's just fine because those are covered for now and that's really all that we need at the moment. So now we're just going to wait. I don't care about you. So now we're just going to wait for our tax revenue to get back up so we can build stuff. Okay, so now you can see our tax revenue is up. By the way, normally there's a road back here. I don't know what happened. I guess it may just be a visual glitch at the moment, but as you can see, there's cars back there, so they're not just coming out of nowhere. There's normally a highway, and you can buy that highway later on in the game, but just at the moment, that's not going to happen. So if you want to, you can build houses and stuff in your roundabout, which leads me to remember I needed to demolish these roads, because they're not doing anything. They were just there to keep the roundabout looking still kind of bad. But the reason we put one-ways here is so to keep traffic flow good, so that we're not having people going in and out from this road and in and out from this road. It's just out and in. Make a building historical. This is fairly simple. Nothing really happens. It's just this keeps the building will still level up, but the appearance will stay the exact same. So like I could make this building historical, this green building historical, and it would stay green and kind of small forever. So now we have our, I think people are still coming, but I was just about to say that these factories can run out of workers, but see, this one is running out of workers, but I think it just got resupplied with, or people just started like applying for that one. So houses are still being built. We have little demand for anything except slight demand for pedestrian stuff, and other than that, there's nothing that we need to build. But I'm going to build a few more pedestrian zones just to kind of keep that demand down, or you know, a little less down. Okay, so that's even. That's all I really wanted, was to keep it even. And then we, oh, and I don't have enough money to do that. Ah, that makes me mad. Okay, so now at this moment we're just gonna make it this. Oh crap! I forgot I don't have it on the fill tool. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. Hey, we reached our first milestone of 440 people, so now we can build medical clinics, elementary schools, and landfills, which are all very, very important. You need all of that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start placing that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and build this. You normally want this towards the middle of your so it's the middle of your people, because then that'll have the biggest effect on people. But as you can see, the elementary school is not great, so we want that right in the heart of our big residential area. You see, I had to kick a few people out there, but there's nothing else I could really do about that one, so I just had to kick them out of there. That's two families. Sorry, but it had to be done. Now we have this elementary school, which yeah, I forgot to put pipes over here. But as you can see, their electricity's still there. You may be asking, why is it staying there? Because it goes from house to house. It's kind of strange. It goes from house to house. Alright, these houses have water. Oh yeah, I needed to build these roads. Baba booey. So now we have green. We can build more green over here. Oh yeah, let's run this rock over so that we can build houses there. So as our residential demand goes up, both our commercial and industrial demand goes upwards because people want more jobs. But at the moment, the demand's low enough where I think I can keep it perfectly fine, or I think that I can keep this demand at what it's at, and it'll be perfectly fine. No one will really care. Landfills are kind of cheap, but eventually they do fill up. So that's why eventually you're going to want the incineration plant. And we are now running out of power over here. And it's not because they don't have any flow over here. It's because of our budget. Our budget needs to go up. So we are going to make our budget to 75. You can micromanage this to stay with money, but I don't want to go back and forth all the time. So I'm just going to go from 50 to 75, 100, and then once it gets... And you can overdrive it. You can put it at more than 100, but I don't see why you can't just add another coal power plant unless you're dying of money. So otherwise, just build another power plant. It's just better that way. But eventually you're going to want the incineration plant over the landfill site, which is what I'm going to put in right now. You want this over, you want incineration site over this because the incineration site never fills up, and it's wonderful. This will, and you have to empty it into either an incineration site or another landfill. So that's why incineration sites are much better. They are far more superior. So right here, what you can do is you can build some commercial zones because these people are like, we need more commercial badly, so I will give you more commercial. So now they will start building commercial buildings over in this direction. As you can see, they're already building some on the side of the road, so it's kind of like a welcome greeting once you come into my beautiful city, aka piece of junk. So you don't want the industrial site near the residential zones because they'll complain about pollution, noise pollution, but you can put commercial sites literally in the industrial zone and no one will care because these are just stores. No one really cares about it, but they do care about water and electricity. They really want those things. So you just put a pipe down the middle and there you go. Electricity is covered by all the industrial sites at the moment. That's all going to be just fine and dandy. So right now we are doing pretty good for a start. We're going to want to build another school probably over in this direction because this elementary school is kind of bad. I did put it in a bad spot, so I'm going to move that real quick because I did put that in a very bad spot. You need to put it more in the middle of the road so that it'll cover more. So you want it like here, kind of. Yeah, you want it like there. Why are y'all so mad? Did I take education away from you? Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to the education. I gave y'all education. Y'all should not be mad at me. How much is an elementary school? It is 10 grand. Ouchies. We have 800 people in our city. I did not think we had that many. I thought we had like 500 people. But nope, apparently we have more than I think we do. You can kind of see that this thing is sucking up water. And you can also see, if I go over here, that this thing is dumping out poop. You love to see it. Look at all that. It's kind of satisfying in a way. It's just so, like, water. Now I'm going to build some more residential zones because people are like, we need more residential. And I'm like, well, then, if you ask and thou shalt receive. More residential zones. You love to see them. Bang. That's a big residential zone. And we may want to build one more street just for commercial. So I think I'm going to do that real quick. Just build like one more just for commercial. So now this is only for commercial. The absolute biggest tip I can give you, don't expand too fast. If you expand too fast, you're going to lose money and there's no possible way you're getting back. I'm expanding just a tad bit fast for what you should do. And hey, we reached 900 people, so now we have a firehouse and a police station. We have some industry specializations. We have a lot of stuff. But I'm expanding just a little bit too fast than what you'd want to do if you're just starting out on the game. Like if this is your first ever map, I'm expanding a little bit too fast for what you want to do. You normally just want to kind of take it easy, but I'm going a little bit faster because I know what I'm doing. So we want a police department, we want a firehouse. Firehouse, we'll just kind of, we can just plop it like in the middle. It'll cover everything. So we can just kind of plop it in the corner. Right here. Bang. Alright. And then police station can just kind of go right across the street. One tip is that you don't want it to be directly on a median. I do have that. It's not very good, but you don't want it directly on a median because it'll struggle to get there. And we are starting to run into water bill problems. So now let's go ahead and increase this to 75% and it will make more water. Oh, we're running into big time power as well. So let's go ahead. Oh wait, no, I think that's just because of, is it? No, it's covered, so I guess it's just bill problems then. Let's go ahead and increase both of these to 100. Just so I don't have to micromanage a bunch. Even manage more than I need to. A building has leveled up. Good for them. As you can see, they're building it again, basically. And then, ooh, blink blow. It looks better. Doesn't really look better. How much is a firehouse? It's 12 grand. Ouchies. That's a lot. Look at how much. Look at how tall it is. You've got like all these small buildings, and if you're like looking here, you've got all these tiny buildings, and then over here you just got this massive thing. You think it's like a church because it's got a big fat bell on the top of it. Actually, it doesn't, but it looks like it does. It looks like it's got a bell house, but it's ringing. Or it was. Okay. One important thing is you want a fire department right next to your power plants, because if they catch on fire and burn down, your people aren't going to pay taxes because they're mad that they don't have any lights. So you want to keep this near them at all times and never let it go away. And so this is our city. We have over 1,000 people. Only thing that I really have left to do at the moment is just put a fire department right next to the power plant. But I think this is where we're going to end this video. So hope you guys enjoyed. You can follow along with this at any time that you want to for any reason. This is Got a Game signing out, and I hope you guys enjoyed.